Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. So you will need a chair. So it can be any sort of chair. I just have an ordinary folding chair here that has no sides. That's what we want, a chair with no sides. It's not necessary to have a yoga mat, though it can be handy to keep your chair from slipping. And so this first part, you can do either sitting in the chair if you would rather, or standing up. So you don't need to go behind the chair either. I'm just going here so I fit in the video screen. All right, and we'll take a few moments balancing our weight over the feet. If you're sitting on the chair, balancing that weight on the sitting bones, into the feet, into the floor. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Letting that breath slow down a little, get a little longer and deeper. And then we'll send that breath pouring out through the arms, breathing those arms up and reaching up through one side and the other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, going on your own timing, following the wave of your breath. And we'll do a few more. And then finishing with that, both arms up, big stretch out with the hands, pressing those arms down, wide to the side. And then we will interlock the fingers, big circle with the shoulders, interlocking the fingers behind. So I've got the backs of my hands pressing down. I'm pulling the upper arms together, shoulders down. Don't try to push back like this and let your shoulders come forward. More down and back. I'm just taking a few breaths there. Opening up the front of the body a little more, widening those collarbones. And then we'll look up, lengthening up. Don't crunch the back of the neck. Keep that feeling nice and long. And big lift through the top of the head, dropping the chin down. Shoulders down and back, pouring down the sides of the neck. So we'll do that a couple more times. Lifting up. And looking down. And up. Make sure you're still breathing. And down. And once more. Lifting up. And down. And then back to the center. Release the arms. And if you're standing, then we'll all sit down on the chair. So really feel those feet on the floor, sitting bones on the chair, lengthening up through the top of the head. So even though we're sitting on the chair, we don't want to feel like we're slumped into the chair. Really feel like your weight's traveling through the sitting bones, down the legs, into the floor. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. And exhale, letting everything slow down. And one more deep breath. And then we'll reach out wide to the side, sending that breath pouring out the fingertips as we breathe the arms up overhead. Hands coming together, drawing the hands down the center line in Namaste. Thumbs coming to the sternum, little softening down and back of the elbows, and closing your eyes, bringing your attention even more inside yourself. And we'll take the 3 Oms together, starting with a deep and easeful inhale. And let the head bow forward. And then we'll send the breath pouring back up through the arms to lift the hands, to lift the chin, to lift the eyelids. Big reach up, reaching down wide to the side. And then let's bring those legs right together, squeezing those knees together, feet together, knees going straight forward as we twist to the right. Inhale, making lots of space. Exhale, twisting into the space. So just holding on to your chair wherever it works for you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, making a little more space. Exhale, the twist deepens into the space. Coming back to the center, and we will twist to the left. Inhale and exhale. Every breath a subtle action. And back to the center. And then let's make a little bit of space again between the legs. Feet on the floor, sitting bones on the chair, long through the top of the head. And let's do a few sun salutes up, starting in Namaste. Taking a breath. And then big reach down and up and over, coming forward, pouring over your legs, taking a deep breath here. Hands on the knees, halfway up, concave back, trying to arch that back. And then reaching forward and over once again, taking a breath here. And coming up, pressing the feet into the floor, up through the sitting bones, unfurling the spine. Big lift up overhead, and we're going to come all the way back to Namaste in front. And we'll do that twice more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming out and over. Deep breath. Concave back, hands on the knees, arching the back. And pouring back over, really let the head and the neck hang. Coming up, unfurling the spine, big lift up overhead. And around to Namaste, back to the center. And we'll do that once more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming over. Hands on the knees, concave back. Folding over. And then coming up, unfurling the spine. Big lift up overhead. And all the way around to Namaste in front. And letting that go. Let's bring those legs together once more. And we will take a twist to the right again. So let's add a little something. Let's take that arm with a big swoop down. Big reach up and over, and letting that right hand land on the chair, wherever works for you. And back to the center, and then we'll do the left. Reaching down and forward, up and over with the left, big stretch open, bringing the left hand to the chair wherever works for you. And back to the center. Let's go to the warrior number one. So we will turn to, the right side. And then sliding that left leg back. So if you lean forward, you can really get a big lengthen through that left leg. And then lengthening through the top of the head, coming up. Inhaling and exhaling up the front of the body, pouring down the back. And let's bring that left arm up. Strong lift up through the core, bringing the right arm up as well. And drawing those hands down the center line to Namaste, taking another breath here. Coming back to the front. And then going to the left, turning to the left, sliding that right leg out. Lengthening forward and up through the top of the head. And then taking a few breaths here, getting settled in. bring the right arm up, lifting up through the core, bringing the left arm up. Bringing those hands together, drawing down the center line. And coming back to the front. And we'll take a few breaths here, letting that breath settle in and slow down again. And release the hands. And we'll do the figure four. So let's cross the right leg over the left, making a big triangle. So keep that left leg steady. Don't let it fall in or out. And a little press through the right heel. Think of that right inner thigh pouring off the outer thigh toward the floor as you lengthen up through the top of the head. So maybe this is enough of a stretch for you and your hip here, or maybe coming forward. So don't force it, don't squinch into yourself. Think of making space, lengthening out. Inhaling and exhaling. And a little more lengthen through the top of the head as we come back up to sitting. And we'll switch legs. Right leg down, left leg up. Getting that left leg settled in there. Right leg nice and steady, not falling in or out. Feeling a little press through that left heel. Left inner thigh pouring down over the top of the thigh toward the floor. And if you're going to come forward, think of lots of space, not coming into yourself to go forward, but reaching out, even if it's just a little bit. It's not about how far you can go, it's about how much length and space you can make in your spine. And a little more length to come back up. And then we'll set that left leg down, taking a few deep breaths. All right, so let's stand up again, and we will make our way around to the back of the chair. So standing close to the chair, feet parallel right underneath you, fingertips on the chair for a moment, giving a little press down, shoulders down through the hands into the chair while that center line lifts a little more. And then releasing with the hands, and we'll take a side bend. Right arm up and over. So you can use that left hand braced a little against your left thigh. Big lift up, bringing that right arm down, left arm coming up and over. Maybe taking a little support with that right arm against your leg. And a big lift up back to the center. And then we'll put the hands on the back of the chair again, and we'll do the tree pose. So I'm going to step over to the side so you can see a little better. You can stay behind the chair so you can have both hands on the chair. Or if you want to step to the side and just have one arm on the chair as well, that's fine. And if you've got just one hand there, let's take that right hand and put the hand on the waist so it's got somewhere to be. And then we will bring that right leg up. The sole of the foot slides up the inside of that left leg as far as it's willing to go today. Make sure you're not pushing that heel hard against the inside of the knee joint though. The knee joint sometimes fits kind of nicely right there in the heel, in the arch of the foot. And then breathing, reaching down through the left leg, lengthening through the top of the head. If you're feeling like you could balance, you can bring the right and left hands to namaste, so it's not necessary to balance. You're already balancing if you're standing on one leg. And then putting that right leg down. And we'll do the other side. Stepping to the other side of the chair, or maybe you're just standing behind the chair. Take a moment balancing the weight on 2 feet. And hand on the waist, and we'll bring that left leg up, sliding the foot up the inside of the right leg. So remember, your left leg might go somewhere differently than your right leg. So be mindful of what it feels like on this side. And then feeling that right leg reach into the floor, long through the top of the head. And if you're feeling nice and steady, maybe trying to balance with no hands, or maybe not. And putting that left foot down. Deep breath, balancing on 2 legs. And letting that go, we will come back around. And once more, sitting in the chair, but standing on the feet, standing on the sitting bones, long through the top of the head. Settling into that breath again, letting go of any tension in the face or the jaw. All right, and then we're going to extend the leg out and circle the ankle. So I'm just going to turn a little bit to the diagonal. You don't need to turn a little bit to the diagonal. You can stay straight fine, or you can turn to the diagonal if you like. So we're going to lift the right leg up. Hands underneath the back of the right thigh. Try to keep lengthened through the top of the head as best you can. And we'll press out through that right heel, extending the right shin. So maybe this is where your right leg wants to be today. That's fine. Maybe the knee is a little bent and not completely straight. That's fine. Your leg extends where it will today at this moment. And we'll circle the ankle. 4, 3, nice big gooey circle. 2, and 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finishing with that, setting the right leg down. Deep breath. And we'll go to the other side. And picking that left leg up, hands underneath the left leg. Extending that left leg out. Seeing where that left leg wants to be today. Sometimes being willing to back off a little for a moment. And then maybe push a little further is a better way to work. And then let's circle that ankle 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bending that left leg, setting it down, taking a deep breath. And then coming back to the center. And we will finish with one more warrior one to each side. Turning to the right, sliding that left leg back. Big stretch down the front of the left leg. And this time, let's take a twist to the right, toward the back of the chair. Inhale and exhale, holding on to the back of the chair. Untwist, coming back to the front, and then to the other side. Sliding that right leg back. Getting settled in here. And then we'll twist to the left toward the back of the chair. And untwist, coming back to the front. Once again, feet on the floor, sitting bones on the chair, long through the top of the head. And then a big reach out and up with the arms, bringing the hands together, drawing down the center line. Namaste, hands. Closing your eyes. Bringing your attention back inside yourself. A little bit different place than when we started. And we will take one Om together, starting with a deep and easeful inhale. let the head bow forward. And let's breathe the hands back up the center line, lifting the chin, lifting the eyelids, big stretch up. And arms down. Namaste. Thank you.